Hello everyone, happy Halloween. This is Mordecai from Mordecai's Musical Musings, and I am here to do a video on how to set up karaoke carpool for your car if you're driving Uber or Lyft. So, I'm going to get into the details. Here's a reminder of the video I posted. It's 30 seconds long, giving you a synopsis of what this is, and then I'll explain everything afterwards. Good morning. Let's say you're in Nashville, you order an Uber, Mordecai shows up. That's the guy who's got a magnet down there, got my website. You hop in. Somebody says to you, hey, this is a karaoke Uber. You look over here, we got a little something about me, my Instagram, got a microphone hanging here, we got an iPad. You select a song on YouTube, you hit play. I just passed a Jimmy in a white. I'll be passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Alright, so some of the major pieces I use for power. I have a DC to AC converter. This goes and plugs into a cigarette lighter, and it's an AC converter, and that's how I power up both the wireless mic, I have a Shure wireless mic, and the mixer. So both of these, as you can see, I have a triple plug here that goes into my AC converter, and then I have a simple mixer, a small one, 2 channels, and then this particular Shure wireless mic perhaps might be a little more expensive. It was close to $300 or $400, but I'll post the pricings of a couple items in this particular mixer and a wireless mic that'll work for you. But these are the pieces, okay? So now we've got the power plugged in. As you can see, I've got my cord plugged into my AC converter, which powers up both the mixer and the mic. And we'll talk about this mixer a little bit. You can see there's inputs here. These ones are inputs all the way up through here, up through the 5 and 6 lines. So I have my microphone and input 1, and that is plugged, this wireless mic is plugged into. It's got 2 antennas. Make sure you don't snap those off while it's being secured. But then you have 2 cords that look like this. On one end is your right and left jacks, and we'll put the red one into the right, the white one into the left. And then on the other end is something that looks like this. So it's 2 guitar style plugs for that side, a twin pair, and then the other end is this auxiliary port. And you just plug whatever device you have, whether it's an iPhone or the newer iPhone, which has this C plug-in. You just plug that on the top of that, and that goes into your iPad. And you have the same kind of cord as your output. These 2 guys are the same thing. It's a twin on this side, or right and left, and that is what goes into your actual auxiliary port for your car. So you have the out, the ins is your microphone and the iPad, and your out, your twin out, goes into the car for your auxiliary, for the sound to come over the sound system. So that all being said, like I said, we have a mixer and a wireless mic. They are powered by your cigarette lighter, which is down over there. That brings power up to here, which turns on both the mixer and the mic. The mic goes into channel 1. You put your iPad into as an input into either 3 or 4 or 5 and 6 into these channels, and then as an output, it's 2 double twins going out to a single auxiliary port for your car. Now, in particular, relating to the settings on this mixer, it took a little bit of time to figure out the balance between the vocals and the music, and to ensure that the main vocal or this vocal does not come across too staticky. And so when I plug this in, my levels right now are a little over half, with the gain kind of around maybe 11 o'clock. And same thing for the volume of the phones, or for the volume of the iPad coming in. It's kind of around 3/4. And then I adjust the main level over here once I have these 2 particular levels set up. I would just have somebody drive around and sing and kind of have this mixer and kind of adjust levels until everything kind of comes through clearly, or the most clear it can for your system. I do have some effects on. Right now I have a delay set on, and this controls the level of the effects that you have. So if somebody, I always have a little bit on. It helps the singers' voices, no matter how poorly they are, just kind of feel a little bit better and sound better for them. And then now we'll talk about just a couple items you need to hold the iPad and the mic, and we're done. For in the back seat, this is an iPad holder. You can buy them online, and it just clamps to the back of each of the posts on the headrest, and then it holds the iPad kind of right out in the middle facing the passenger. And then this microphone little stand thing, it really is just I went to Walmart, and this is for like holding rakes or something. It was in the shelf department, and it just seemed to almost fit perfectly. So really anything to hold the mic back here is great. As an added bonus, these cards up here, these things about me, it's just a piece of Velcro that is wrapped around onto itself with the sticky side facing out, and then you take anything, put a little bit of backing Velcro on it, and you can stick that right to the actual Velcro. Or if you don't want to stick it, you just make little slits like this. One slit in the middle, two slits there, and you can slide in and it holds it just nice when you have a little about me or whatever you want to post in the back. So the last piece is the iPad. The iPad I actually got on Amazon, and maybe $350. It was a refurbished one, but I just set it up so it only has YouTube on there. So when somebody opens it up, it just takes you to YouTube. And I've hidden all the other applications that either I use or that are on that particular iPad that you can't delete. So that's really is the last piece. You just plug that in. They can either listen to their own music on the iPad, they can play a karaoke setup, or if they want to listen to their own music and you have the little piece that fits into their phone that comes off an auxiliary port, you can just hand them the cord that would go into your iPad, and they can just plug that right into their own phone, and that will allow them to listen to their music on their own phone. So you have really three options. They can either pull a cord out and just plug their own phone in to listen. They could select a music or a song on YouTube to listen to whatever they want, or thirdly, they could select a karaoke song on YouTube and pick up the microphone and start singing. So plenty of options. And fortunately for me as an artist, I have a bunch of my own songs that I'm creating, and so instead, if they don't want to listen to their music, I have them listen to my music, so it's a win-win for everyone. So now that I've given some instruction on how to set up this karaoke setup in your car, I hope to see many, many, many drivers in many cities all over the country using this kind of setup, because let me tell you, it enhances the passenger's experience, especially for any of those that like to either listen to their own music or sing. And if you allow somebody to listen to their own music, that puts them in a better mood. So, all right, thank you all for listening, and I hope to see many more stories of karaoke.